you've made it. You're at the end of stage 8. There's only one more stage to go. Bad news is there's lots of stuff to do in this stage, so you're now up to 50-minute a day practice routine. Now, for many of you, that's going to be too much, so do feel free to chop it in half, so you've got 2 25-minute practice routines and alternate your days that you're doing what. It doesn't really matter. There's not specific exercises you should do before other ones, so it's really up to you to choose which ones you fancy doing when. So what have we got on the routine for this stage? We have, first of all, memorizing notes on the thickest 2 strings, 5 minutes. That's really important. So now you're looking at the notes on the 6th string and the 5th string, all the way from the nut, all the way up to the 12th fret. So a really good little game that you can play. It's just literally put your finger on a note on one of the, whatever fret you like, on one of the 2 thickest strings and go, oh, what's that one? Oh, that's a G. And up here, oh, that's C sharp, D, D. Count them up and go, oh, that one's an F, and go, oh, that one, oh, what's that one? Oh, that's an E flat, whatever. Or get your friend or your jam buddy or whatever to sit there and point to different notes and you name them. Really good way of doing it, 5 minutes a day. We've got the minor pentatonic scale and the picking exercise I showed you. So working on the minor pentatonic scale and really working up to doing alternate picking, doing all downs, all ups, down and up on each note, and then alternate picking, 5 minutes a day. We have chord practice. Still, if you need it, you might not need this one. So if all your chords are sounding really sweet now and every note is sounding good, no buzzy stuff, you know exactly what notes you should be playing for what chord, which is possible, but I'd suspect most of you will still be needing to work on that. So make sure that's in there. Strum, pick out, strum as usual. You can decide what chords you need to work on the most. Then we have power chords. So this time we're working on the C5 power chord, with the power chords with a 5th string root. So the most important thing, again, I know we just talked about it, but make sure the 6th string is muted, dead, killed dead with the 1st finger, right? Really, really important. Practice making sure you got the stretch, practice moving it up and down, maybe play a few riffs and stuff. Lots of fun. Get cracking with that one. We have then 1 minute changes. Now, your 1 minute changes, bit of a free for all this time. You can work on doing your C to your G chord using one of the new G chords. We can work on doing the big G to the little D. I'm just checking that is what we did in stage 8. It was the G chords. It was the G chords, sorry. Just confusing myself here. There's a lot of lessons going on. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right stuff. And then you would have 3 blank lessons, blank 1 minute changes where you can put in whatever chord changes you think are necessary. In case you wonder, I've got my laptop down here open with a little lesson plan. I was just like, oh my God, I've told them the wrong thing. That was from last time, but it's not. Everything's good so far. Okay, then you should be having your rhythm guitar practice, which is all of the patterns you've done so far, including pattern 16, which is that one where you're hitting the bass note independently. Then you have 12-bar blues rhythm, working on your chunka 12-bar blues, getting that jinky jink going on, aiming to not have any pauses between the chords. That's the big thing you're working on with there, and just trying to get it so it's kind of groovy and swings along nicely. That'll be a really good plan. We then have basic fingerstyle practice. Told you there's a lot going on at this level. So really working on through getting the fingers in, working a little bit, trying to make sure that they're accurate and they pick the right string at the right time. It's kind of prepping you up for the next lesson, really, that one. Then we have songs and chord progression. So whatever songs you're working on up to now, and just fiddling about with them, working on them, trying to make them sound cool. It's a good idea to keep on working on your songs. At the end of this beginner's course, like next lesson, we're going to talk a little bit more about the emphasis of songs. But for now, just still 5 minutes a day working on your songs. And lastly, you've got your optional 5 minutes Justin training exercises, which is about ear development, working on your ear, trying to recognize your chord sounds and some of your rhythms as well now. So that stuff's getting a bit more advanced, but that's explained in the separate lessons for that. So hope you're having fun with all of this. That's a lot of work you got on this time for this stage, so expect to be on this stage for a little while, right? Don't be rushing it. Much better to be able to do a few things really well than to be able to do lots of things badly. So just be cool, practice hard, keep working at it, work in regular practice, all that stuff, and I'll see you when you're ready to meet me in stage 9, the final chapter.